Hello, this is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy. We're just finishing up a sequence of videos here in the evening, and how is it the rhythm of our day goes? Like, how is it we start our day? How is it we end our day? And the start of the end of the day, in and out of naps, in and out of sleep, in and out of deep meditative states, if you will, those are the times where we have greater access to our subconscious. And there's not really a separate part and a subconscious either. So there's not a noticer and a noticing. As soon as you start to notice that, then, that's where, when we get into that dreamy state that's sort of associated with the parasympathetic nervous system, not the sympathetic nervous system, we get in that state. How does that feel to be in that state just between waking and dreaming? And what thoughts go through our head as we're coming out of that and into that? And how do we create a better life? We create a better life by implanting positive things into that state of waking up and going to sleep. So I have a client with C-answer, we like to say, and she goes to bed watching the news. They watch the 10 o'clock news and they go to bed. And they're laying in bed when they watch it. And I told them, I go, well, wouldn't you want to have something more positive going through your mind than the news when you go to bed? Like if there's a catastrophe and that's going through your consciousness when you go to bed, and that's what's simmering around in your subconscious. Or when you wake up, people turn on the radio and all the commercials and all the jabber jar. They turn on their phone. See, I'm older than most of you younger people, but you turn on the phone, right? And go right into something. Or right before bed, you stay on the phone. And so the sound and the light in these devices is fake. And here I am talking right into one for you, But we keep these to a minimum. And fortunately for me, I know enough through watching Joe Dispenza and doing work on this is that you only have access to your change-worthy elements, because anybody that's noticed, if you're just implanting thoughts and you don't believe them, then you're in this horizontal plane. So we're looking for depth in the vertical plane. And that's where we have to get access to the subconscious, and we have to sort of learn to surrender, even just surrender our thoughts and just feel something good. And here's the solution is, when you're waking up and going to sleep, just find 3 things to be grateful for. That's how I started this. And then I advanced on to, hey, I love you. And then it took a lot of years before I felt better about saying I love you to myself, and having more compassion for myself, and having more care for myself. But that emerged out of doing this work. And I can honestly say, and many that know me could say, gee, Craig, you are a much different person than the person I knew long, long ago. And that's when you want somebody to say that to you and you haven't seen them for 20 or 30 years, like, wow, I noticed how much you've changed, and I'm proud of you. So be proud of yourself.